Coffee in the morning is the perfect mood booster and a great way to start your day. This is because coffee can often help you get through your tasks or make them more bearable. Undoubtedly, this is why it will become your favorite beverage. But, how much do you really know about coffee? You can get more out of your favorite morning beverage more than you think. Because coffee contains substances that can protect you from type 2 diabetes and heart failure, increases energy levels and focus, protects the liver from developing cirrhosis and cancer, reduces the risk of stroke and developing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, is good for athletes increasing stamina, and how coffee is linked to the risk of developing depression and dying by suicide. Not only that, there are many facts about coffee that you may not have known. So, grab your cup of coffee and watch to the end as we discuss 11 amazing facts about coffee. If you want to become a master of your health, put a like and we'll get started. So, you will be amazed to know that coffee is a fruit. You may think that coffee is grown on tea plantations and acquires its qualities after the leaves are harvested. However, this is not the case. Coffee cherries are fruits because they have seeds that are not part of the plant like the root. Coffee plants produce fruit, and the beans grow inside the fruit. That being said, the berries come in two types, red and green. Red berries have a more pleasant aroma and less acidic taste, making them preferred for lightly roasted coffee. Do you know why coffee boosts energy levels? Coffee contains high amounts of the stimulant substance caffeine. Caffeine boosts energy levels by increasing metabolic rate and fighting fatigue. It also increases the release of adrenaline, the brain's energy hormone. Caffeine blocks receptors for a neurotransmitter called adenosine. Your nervous system controls adenosine levels, and when they get dangerously high, your brain slows down and you want to take a nap or at least slow down. After drinking coffee, adenosine levels decrease and levels of neurotransmitters like dopamine increase, which boosts energy levels. A study of cycling participants after drinking caffeine found that coffee increased cycling time by 12% and significantly reduced fatigue levels. Another study had similar results, but it was conducted on golfers. In this study, it was found that caffeine consumption before and during golf increased performance, reduced fatigue, and increased subjective energy levels. Back to our topic, coffee may protect you from type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic disease that affects the body's response to sugar. When blood sugar levels remain high, it can lead to serious health problems. Drinking coffee can help you reduce your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. According to a study, people who drink coffee have a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes than those who don't drink coffee, whether it contains caffeine or not. This effect is because coffee protects the functionality of beta cells in the pancreas that produce insulin, which regulates blood sugar levels. Coffee also contains magnesium, which helps the body break down sugar. Are you struggling to control your weight? We have good news for you. Caffeine can also help you control your weight, stay fit and fight obesity. Coffee supports gut health and alters fat deposition, which is beneficial for weight control and heart health. A recent review showed that men with low body fat consumed high amounts of caffeine as part of coffee. Other studies prove that it has the same effect on women as well. Another study showed that people who consumed more than 1 cup of coffee a day were almost 20% more likely to meet the recommended physical activity. This is a proven fact that recommended physical activity is higher than those who consume less than 1 cup per day. You can add coffee to your weight loss plan, but make sure you don't add fatty milk or sugar to it. The next fact may surprise you, but coffee reduces the risk of developing depression. Some studies have shown that drinking coffee reduces the risk of developing depression and helps reduce its symptoms. Every cup of coffee you consume daily reduces your risk of developing depression by 8%. One study found that in over 200,000 people, coffee consumption was associated with a lower risk of death by suicide. Another study noted that drinking at least 4 cups of coffee was associated with a significantly lower risk of developing depression than people who drank just 1 cup a day. Besides, your liver really likes coffee. Liver disease is a serious condition that can lead to life-threatening complications, including cirrhosis. The good news is that coffee can keep your liver healthy and protect against this disease. A daily cup of coffee reduces the risk of dying from chronic liver disease by 15%. If you're an avid coffee drinker, you'll be happy to know that drinking 4 cups a day reduces the risk of dying from liver disease by about 70%. Studies have shown that drinking more than 2 cups of coffee a day reduces the risk of developing liver cancer and liver scarring if you are living with liver disease. Coffee also reduces liver stiffness, which is associated with scar tissue formation. Coffee supports the heart. Coffee helps improve the overall health of the heart. Drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day protects you from heart disease, improves your overall heart health, and reduces your risk of dying from cardiovascular complications. One review found that drinking nearly 4 cups of coffee a day reduced the risk of stroke by 21%. And that's not all. A study of nearly 21,000 people also found that drinking large amounts of coffee significantly reduces the risk of heart failure. However, if you're a coffee drinker, remember that caffeine can regulate your blood pressure levels. Therefore, if your blood pressure is unregulated, you need to limit or moderate your caffeine intake. Coffee in the brain isn't just about improving your concentration. Coffee can protect you from Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disease that affects your ability to think and leads to memory loss. Unfortunately, there is currently no cure, but early diagnosis and treatment can slow the progression of the disease. A review of studies has shown that the more coffee you consume, the lower your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. It also reduces the risk of developing Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disease that results in impaired balance and movement. As with Alzheimer's disease, there is currently no cure for it, but there are treatments available to slow the progression of the disease. However, if you drink coffee regularly, your risk of developing Parkinson's is much lower, and coffee can also slow the progression of the disease. In addition, limited coffee consumption can reduce the risk of developing dementia and cognitive decline. Coffee also has beneficial effects on the skin. Coffee beans contain polyphenols such as chlorogenic acids called CGA, which have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties that can protect you from photoaging. You can apply liquid coffee on your skin or use a scrub made from coffee grounds. This will help you deal with skin problems like psoriasis, eczema, and acne. Just don't forget to refrigerate the coffee before using it. Last but not least, coffee improves athletic performance. You've probably heard that caffeine can dehydrate the body, which is one of the main reasons fitness experts recommend avoiding its consumption before and after a workout. However, a recent study has shown that moderate caffeine consumption before a workout increases endurance and reduces perceived exertion. Athletes who want to increase their performance and energy levels often consume coffee as an ergogenic agent. Ergogenic is also known as a performance enhancer. In another study involving about 125 older adults, it was noted that coffee consumption was associated with significant improvements in physical performance and gait speed. The researchers took into account factors such as age, amount of body fat, and level of physical activity. All of these facts and the health benefits of drinking coffee are amazing, but that doesn't mean you should readily increase the amount of coffee you consume. In some people, coffee in high doses can cause irritability, anxiety, or nervousness, as well as affecting the quality of sleep and causing insomnia. If you suffer from hypertension, coffee can raise your blood pressure. Also, avoid coffee if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, it can cause jitters. So how much coffee is considered healthy and how much is too much? 2 to 3 medium cups a day, as long as it's free of milk, cream, and sugar. Caffeine affects everyone differently, so if you start to experience any negative side effects, consider cutting back on your coffee consumption. Yes, we all love coffee, but it's important to realize that even the most rigorous scientific studies are subjective. So, by all means, enjoy your morning beverage, but interpret these facts with caution. More information on this topic can be found on our channel. Subscribe and turn on the bell for all notifications. Please give this video a like and share it with your friends. Thank you to our sponsors for your support. I look forward to your comments and encourage you to watch these helpful videos.